In this presentation, we will discuss the value of consultation. As mentioned in the ethical decision-making model presentation, consultation is an important step in learning as a new professional, getting guidance as a seasoned professional, and giving the best treatment for the clients or people that we work with in the human service professions. Even as a professional with more than 20 years of experience in the human service field, I've worked in residential treatment, churches, counseling profession, school districts, and many other places. Consultation is one of the most important tools that I use as a professional in order to make the best decisions and to determine what is best for my clients. In short, consultation is a deliberation between two professionals to discuss cases, clients, or treatment plans so that the professional providing the treatment can discuss with a neutral third party who is also a professional in a similar field what are the best courses of actions when working with a person in order to provide them the best possible treatment for the best possible outcomes, and to rely not only on one person's education, experience, and certifications, but in order to have a team of people working to determine what the best course of action is for a client. Who should you consult with? This can be tricky because we get comfortable with people that we know well, but sometimes the very person we should consult with is not someone who we know well or who works in our agency. There are many times when I will do consultation and I have a list of people that I'll consult with, and at different times I'll pull different people from the list. Sometimes they're people within the organization I work with because they understand the culture, the climate, and the specific requirements for my organization. Other times it's someone who has a similar position to mine in a different organization, so they have an outside perspective on what is happening, and when I consult with them, they're able to provide me with experiences similar to my own. Other times, I consult with someone I consider to have more experience, better certification or credentials than what I have in order to get an expert opinion. Who I do not consult with are people that are most comfortable with me. I don't bring up cases with my best friends, I don't talk about it with family, and I don't go to church and make it a prayer request. Those are all inappropriate times and places to try to consult about a case, client, person, or treatment plan that you're working on. So it's very important that you use professionalism when you do decide to consult. When should you consult? As discussed in the ethical decision-making model presentation, step 1, you identify that there's a problem. Many times, when I know I'm going to consult with someone is when I've identified an ethical problem that needs to be addressed. How does consultation work? It depends on your situation, but many times when I'm doing consultation, I will discuss with the person either face-to-face or over the telephone or some HIPAA compliant software the case that I have, pertinent details to the case. These could include non-identifying information. So information where they know enough about the client to have an understanding of who they are, but not so much about the client that they know the specific person I'm speaking about. So for example, I would not give them their name or their address or specifics, but I might tell them their general age, their ethnicity, their education level, and any important information related to the case so that they know enough to help me make a good decision about the best treatment plan for someone in similar circumstances from their perspective. Additionally, when doing consultation and how it works is there's a back and forth dialogue where you hash things out, you talk back and forth, you provide input to the person so they can think about it and reply and respond, and you can tell them the pros and cons and possible outcomes that you've seen for each situation they discuss in a way that helps them to help you. Finally, the golden rule. If you're going to embark down the road of consultation, which I believe every health services professional should, then you must also be available for people to contact you and consult with you about their cases. So if you're expecting other people to be there to support you and to help you make a decision about which is the best course of action, then you must also be available to them when they need to consult about cases. And at the end of the day, the decision is your own. Even if you consult with somebody, it is not their decision that matters because it is not their license or certification or professional identity that is on the line. It is yours. And I went to an ethics presentation one time, and the person who was presenting said 4 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 4 out of 5. And he didn't explain what it meant until later. But in short, his professor told him that you should consult with 5 people, and if 4 out of the 5 people agree on the course of action, then that is probably the correct course of action. I'm not telling you you need to consult with 5 people every time you do consultation or you're having an ethical decision making model or an ethical problem that you're trying to suss out, but it is important many times to consult with more than one person. I will also say it is important that you do not rely solely on your supervisor. Many times, as a supervisor myself, I will encourage the students and interns that I work with to find other avenues of consultation besides bringing everything to me to consult with. In this way, I'm teaching them to develop their own professional network, develop their own professional identity, and to act as a professional who's not always under the supervision of a supervisor, but is learning to be an independent practitioner. It's important that you don't solely rely on supervisors for your consultation. Sometimes it's appropriate, and sometimes you can branch out and consult with others.